unclear. God, please give me clear communication. And please take over. Fight on my behalf. I thank you in advance for being a helper to the helpless, a voice for the voiceless, a mother for the motherless, a father for the fatherless. Thank you for defending my honor. Thank you for defending my peace. Thank you for letting me know that I am loved. Thank you for reminding me that somebody cares for me. Somebody is willing to move the sun, the earth, the moon, and the stars just for me. You have made me a good soul. You have made me a helpful soul. You've given me this philosophy of good people deserve good things. For a long time, good people seem to have always gotten the worst of things. But if it pleases you, please use me to turn that philosophy around. You said, by our works we shall be paid. You said, what we put out comes back to us. You created me. And if I dare say, I've been a good girl. Without self-exaltation. Because of my existence, at least some things have been put right in this world. You have made me a blessing to many. I'm calling upon you to bless me with peace of mind, with redemption, I've been getting abused for a very, 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 very long time now. And quite frankly, this is not what I signed up for when I signed up with you. And I know that this is not all that you have for me. I did ask to be a member in your army. I did ask to serve you. And you obliged. I'm not gonna say that what I'm dealing with right now is heavy. It's not heavy, but I feel like it's time for justice. Because I can carry a lot more. You are my strength. But it's just time for justice. It's time for people to be put in their right place. It's time for things to be set right. They have been abusing me for God knows what. And my problem is they just keep doing it. 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 Where is the end? Do they have any plans to stop abusing me? I can't even go to the dentist in peace. They got the dentist to use super glue to fix my cavity last time I was there. Super glue. I can't go to a doctor. The last time there I got sick. God knows how I got sick because I don't ever get sick. And the first time I get sick and have to be hospitalized, I needed a whole blood transfusion. I think that they made me sick so that they could get a hold of me so that they could have some of my blood for their evilous deeds. But that was since 2017. So if they thought that getting my blood and use it in their magic potion or whatever the hell they do was going to actually help them to be able to conquer me, I think that enough time has passed whereby they can see that that was a losing battle. It was a stupid idea. It was fruitless. So it's time to give it up. The reason why you cannot conquer me is because I stay under God's wing. If you want to conquer me, you have to come and get me from out of God's hand. You have to pass through the soldiers that God has put in strategic places. Soldiers animate and inanimate to protect me. You're the ones with the knowledge. You're the ones who have been doing this thing for God knows how long. You came into this world and your people before you gave you their knowledge. They taught you by their experiences. So no doubt you have a wealth of knowledge that is much, much great, much greater than mine. And yet still you can't conquer me. Why? Don't you think it's time that you give up? And the reason why I'm here today is because I do not appreciate your harassment. It's simple as that. It's not that I can't take it, it's that I refuse to take it. And I'm going to the dentist. And you better make sure that the dentist does his job properly. I don't want his hands shaking. You see me? I don't want nothing to go wrong because anytime anything go wrong, I'm coming back here to do another government gossip reading. I'm going to let out all of your secrets by the grace and the favor of the Most High. I'm going to let out all your secrets until your operation completely flop. If you want my life to flop, then it's only fair that I want yours to flop. That's how we're going to play this game. So, Most High, it's all on you. Whatever you choose to share with the public, as long as it hit these idiots hard and put a dent in their operations the same way they're putting a dent in mine, I'm willing to go with it. Even if it sounds ridiculous and pointless to me, I know that what is fun to man is dead to crapple. What may be nothing to me may mean the world to somebody else. So I'm gonna trust that, as usual, you're going to spill the beans, take them down, one video at a time. As much as they're willing to hurt me is as much as I'm going to come back every time to hurt them. Simple. So, what would you like to reveal to the public, please, Most High? Where are we going today? Government Gossip, Episode 4. Government Gossip, Episode 4. Okay, so we're going with one of these new cards. So we could either be talking about Curacao or Jamaica. Now, Jamaica, I have a personal interest in because I respect Jamaica and I don't like what's happening in Jamaica when it comes to crime. I feel like that is a sabotage that's orchestrated. St. Lucia, I've been hearing St. Lucia being called very often, and Panama, well, I kind of know Panama had a lot of shady vibes going on a long time. St. Croix, yeah, Midnight. I think Midnight is from St. Croix. Interesting. And St. Martin, well, there's no surprise for me. It's amazing how St. Martin is split up into so many different, well, they got like the French side, the Dutch side. The vibe is just weird. Alright, so who do you want to talk about? Which country group? Which one of their dark secrets are you talking about? And these are all Caribbean islands, so I know that they're spread worldwide. That's why everybody can get it. Every fucking body. Everybody, because they're all one. So, what do you want to tell us about today, please? So, St. Martin was flipped up, St. Croix and St. Lucia. So, how is this working? So, we got St. Martin. Got St. Croix and St. Lucia. I'm sick today. That's the reason why I'm in bed. That's the reason why I haven't done my videos, guys. At the bottom of the deck we have Curacao. So is Curacao important in this? I heard yes. Alright, so we're going to look into Curacao too. Okay, so little St. Martin and little St. Croix and little St. Lucia and little Curacao. They take their nasty dirtiness every fucking way. Even my little Montserrat. Anywho, so where we starting? St. Martin. What do you want us to know about St. Martin? Government Gossip, Episode 4, Declassified. Since you don't want me to have any peace of mind, how about you not have any peace of mind? Bright and early this morning, you want to send me text message about credit and debt collection. Fuck you. I don't owe nothing to nobody because I was doing my work and I was paying my bills absolutely fine. You came in, you blocked my funds from coming in, and therefore I cannot get to pay the rent and the council tax, because everything else I'm going to pay. It's your fault. So therefore you don't have no right to be abusing me by sending me no letters, no text messages, sending nobody to my door, or none of that. That's harassment. You did that, not me. So I'm not going to assume responsibility for paying you anything. Me not pay no debt collector nothing. The same way you can control everybody and control everything, you could control how this is going to. So you better put a stop to it. Or else let's continue as we are. You hurt me and I hurt you. Talking about debt collection. Out of order. I'm a woman who pay my bills, I pay my taxes, I pay my every goddamn thing. I take care of my things. But because of your agenda for me, you don't want me to be financially independent because you think that by breaking me down that way, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be going your way, doing what you want me to do. Motherfucker, money is fake. All this whole shit is fake. I could choose to ignore this whole damn thing if I want to because it's all made up. The same way it don't affect you, the same way you don't need to do anything to make money to survive and all these things, the same way I don't. I take part because I like the fucking game. Not because I have to take part. Let's see what God wants to tell us about St. Martin. Lord, please keep me strong so I could do this whole reading. After that, the pain can come back if you want to. Right now, we're on a mission. Thank you. About debt collection. You want to stress me out. Let me stress you out then. We got Rastafarianism at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I want you guys to be able to see. Okay, at the bottom of the deck now we have Ethiopia. Alright. So the first card we have to come out is medicine. St. Martin is clarified by medicine. And we have group. Alright. Interesting. I just heard COVID. The bottom of the deck is Ethiopia. Let me show you again. Followed by diamonds. Followed by pastor. Interesting. So we got place, person. We got Jefferson 6 coming in. But I heard Jefferson 5. I don't know why. I remember when I was making this deck, I was supposed to be writing 5, I think. But you can see it's Jefferson 6 that came out. And right behind that, we got the Most High God. Alright. That's the underlying issue. Something about Ethiopia and diamonds. Diamonds. I'm not sure if diamonds is actually diamonds in this case. I'm not feeling like it's actually diamonds, but let's see. So, medicine and group. What do you want us to know about Saint Martin and this medicine, please, Most High? Can they see it? Saint Martin and medicine. Let me put these back until I'm ready for it so we have some space. Okay, Saint Martin and medicine. What do you want us to know about this medicine? Okay, Saint Martin and medicine. Let's see what they're doing to Saint Martin people with this medicine. What's happening with Saint Martin and this medicine? Okay, so we have God made hail. So that means God is messing up operations. God made hail. Let's see the underlying issue. We have planets. So the planets are the people, okay? Each planet, each person. DNA manipulation. So they're trying to manipulate the DNA. We have God made dis-ease. So like I said, God come in and mash up everything. So that means what you were planning to do with these medicines. So we got witchcraft. So God is just destroying it, thank God. Saint Martin people, you need to give God thanks. What they're trying to do to you is not working. God made hail. Tribe. So this would be the Saint Martin people. They're trying to witchcraft you. unearthly beings. So they're trying to upset you. They, when I mean upset you, I mean they're trying to destabilize you. They're trying to, so I guess what? They're gonna make a lot of sicknesses or something like that. But God just came in and eradicated everything. Okay? And healing is coming. Vegetation. When it comes to vegetables, our food is our medicine, alright? Yeah. God said, I got you, Saint Martin. So what these wicked people tried to do to you, God said, I got all of you. Okay? Look, God is blocking mountain. God just keep reminding them, yo, it's me. God made volcanic eruption. So God is just fucking up, look. The vegetation, more healing. So God is just rubbing it in your faces that your shit ain't working on the people of St. Martin. So St. Martin, all these injections that they were giving you talking about COVID, this and that, it's actually for DNA manipulation. That's the real reason behind it. It's not because they care about you and they're trying to save you. So God made hail. Just so that we don't mistake what the God made hail is about. Just for kicks, we're going to get some clarification. So that in no uncertain terms you can see what God is saying. But I think smart people will see that God has come in and cleared it all away. So God has used something to undo what they were trying to do with these medicines. So they give you something telling you, yeah, this is medicine. This is going to make you feel better. This is going to make things better, when that's a lie. And it was a certain group. That's why I said planets. Each person, I said tribe. So they were after a specific tribe, a specific type of people in St. Martin. God made hail. Please clarify, God God made hail for your people, Most High. Wait, look at that. Healing. Healing. Got snooping following that. Psychic warfare. So they were trying to destabilize you, like I said. So whatever they are putting inside of you, it was to give them access to you so that they can have information. We got fired. So it's like, so they're putting something inside of you so that they can create illnesses, I'm hearing, inside of you if they want to. They could get your vital signs. They can make you sick and make you well. Because if it has like a computer chip or something inside of it, that chip can take the information back to wherever the computer is set up. Because just think of when you go to a doctor and they hook up those things on you so that it can send the information back to the machine. Or if you have a pacemaker, you can go home and have your pacemaker and it sends information back to the hospital about what's happening with your pacemaker. So whatever they put inside of you guys, it was meant to give them information, snooping, so that they can create psychic destabilization within you, so they could do things to you and make you feel like you're sick. Then you'll be running to the doctor every minute, when really and truly somebody behind a computer just messing with your vital signs and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. Okay, But God cut it. Fired. It's been blocked. God sabotaged it. We have I was hired. They are manipulating the truth. So the doctors that were giving it to you, they were all hired to do it to you. And they were probably told lies about what is actually in these medicines and stuff. And now we have fighting. Let's see this card. God says, peekaboo, I'm here for you. I like it. Okay, so we don't need no more information. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, God say, yeah, that shit is paid. Like, they got exactly what they deserve. This is government gossip for you. So we can see what's happening behind the scenes, you know, because they're never going to come on CNN and whatnot and tell you this. So I wanna get a little bit of information about the group, though. What can you tell us about this group so that they can identify themselves? Or would you like to? I heard Ethiopia. Okay. So Ethiopia. So how does, oh, diamonds. So in St. Martin we have some Ethiopian people or something like that. So whatever it is about you guys, you're very special diamonds, because that's why I was saying the diamonds don't feel like it's actual diamonds. Okay, so the group Ethiopian diamonds. Okay, so what would you like to tell us about that? What else you want to tell us about the group so that they can identify themselves? So I don't know anything about St. Martin, but it's saying Ethiopian diamonds. So this could be a specific lineage. Yeah, I heard, yeah. So they're after a specific people. So that means if they're willing to do this much work to destabilize you, then you must be very powerful. So you people need to recognize yourselves. Okay? And it's obviously in preparation for whatever is to come. So you people in St. Martin have a very vital role to play in future times when it comes to I wouldn't want to say politics, but you know, like your well-being, the well-being of you and your people. Okay? I don't know in what way, but just know that you're special. So continue being great. Okay? Continue being responsible. Be mature, but do take some time to have fun, but don't lose your head. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in drugs and depression and broken heart, discord, war. Don't get caught up in these things if you can avoid them, because to divide you is to weaken you. I'm not saying you need to take anybody's crap just to keep the peace, but know when to put your differences aside for the greater good. Okay? Two more times. So the doctors didn't even know what they were giving you. They were just following instructions. So now the question is, where did the medicine come from? So Let's see what God wants to tell us about this group. Well, about yourselves, so that you can identify yourselves. Got a mystery card. Did you see how that card came out? It came out and got caught in between my fingers. they're trying to catch you up. Trying to get you stuck. So we have sexual frustration to come out first. Then we have parenting and love spell. Okay. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck we have prenuptial agreement and handler or controller. Hang on. But the last card that came out was misguided. Okay, so what I'm getting here is your relationships. They're causing a lot of discord in your relationship. In the family. So if you your family, if you find that within your household that there's unnecessary discord in your household, it's you. So basically what they're doing, like I said, is keeping you guys frustrated with each other, to keep you divided so that you keep fighting against each other, because when you fight against each other the enemy wins, because you have no support. Okay, so this is in your sexual relationship and also with your children. Then we got love spell and we got misguided. So falsified information. Okay, so what you guys need to do is redefine who you are, how you see relationships, how you choose to deal with one another and stuff like that. Come to an agreement. You guys need to come to an agreement about how you're gonna handle things. You need to talk. Gossip. You need to talk. We have breakup, time limit. So you need to break up this discord that's within you, and it in a certain amount of time before it's too late. Okay, so God wants you guys to come to an agreement and handle discussions properly. Okay, before you actually split apart, because when you split apart you're gonna be very weak. So we got promiscuity, fighting. So promiscuity in this case is talking about just in abundance. It's not talking about sex, but it's gonna be a lot of fighting. God is saying put an end to that now, because they're watching you. The people are watching you because they know what they've set among you. They've put you in a situation for you guys to copy each other. Sabotage. And then we have copycat. So the copycat energy is simply a mimicry of something. So they started it and you carry it on yourselves. Do you understand? So they're trying to break up the family. They're trying to break up your marriages. This is the group of people that we're talking about. So let's see what the Ethiopia mean then, because now Ethiopia seems to be taking on a different meaning. Clarify Ethiopia for us then, please, Most High. Okay, the same deck. So Ethiopia may not be referring to the country. But you know, unconquerable. So Ethiopia is the only country, they say, that has never been conquered by the West. And this is what God is saying. So you need to be unconquered. You need to not let them win. You need to be tough as diamonds. So that's what, say, I'm not even gonna bother shuffle. What we're gonna do is just bring out the card. Let's see what card falls out to clarify Ethiopia. But yeah, be unconquerable. That's what God means by Ethiopia. Everywhere else has been colonized, they said, except for Ethiopia. Everywhere else has been tainted by these stupid people, except for Ethiopia. Because this man was born there. Emperor Haile Selassie, the Most High, the Most High. Thank you. So we got fired, but it was in the reverse. So let's see, how is it meant to be in this here? Feel like they say, yeah. Don't get fired. Hold your spot. So it's in the reverse. Unconquered. Okay? Undeleted. We got babysitter at the bottom of the deck, enemy, and misguided. So they're watching you, and God want them to know that they're misguided when it comes to this love spell business. Whatever they're trying to do, God said, don't let them win. You're already in the top position. You have you have a good idea when it comes to family, when it comes to relationships and things like that. God says, don't give up your position. Okay, keep your family strong. So let's recap what's going on with Saint Martin. So Saint Martin, they're giving you some kind of medicine. Some kind of medicine that's meant to manipulate your DNA. Okay, in a negative way. But God is putting a stop to it. And they're working on a specific group, and the group is those with families and relationships. So they're trying to break up marriages, they're trying to break up families. So they're causing discord in your relationships with your sexual partner and in your relationships with your children. They want to divide all of you because the rule is divide and conquer. Okay, so that is what is happening here. But God says, stay strong. Stay hard like diamonds. Hold your position. Don't give up. Don't let them infiltrate your family. Don't let them break you apart. And when it comes to the medicine part, God says, I already fixed that. Okay? They were trying to manipulate your DNA with this medicine. And it's like, why? You know? But we're not going to get into that this time. We're going to leave that part for now. We're going to leave that part for now. I'm only here to report what God wants to share, okay? I don't want to take liberty with the opportunity that I'm being given, okay? So Saint Croix and Saint Lucia, these two came out together. So are we clarifying them together? Yes. So something they're doing to Saint Croix and Saint Lucia at the same time. Says is it in this deck? Hang on. St. Croix and St. Lucia. What do you want to share with us about St. Croix and St. Lucia? Don't move from your position. Rasta man, don't move. Show them. Like how the system dread we come in Jeda. We flash it Jeda than Rasta. We are the lions, we come in dread. Dread in our walk, not the dread in our head. Alright. So, the first card we have iron, water, and Muslim to come out together. But they all fell in the reverse. So let's just check one of them and see. How is it meant to be in this reading? Okay, upright. Okay, so iron, water, and Muslim. Interesting. And then the other card we have to come out is land. So this is St. Croix and St. Lucia. The underlying issue we have here, person, underground, Islam, Imam. Interesting. Africa, Emperor Haile Selassie the First. We got cyanide and then zinc. So right away I can tell that God is eradicating something. Just say, get out of here. Alright, so that's the underlying. Person, underground, Islam, Imam, Africa, Emperor Haile Selassie, cyanide, zinc. So we're going to make some sense out of all that in a moment. So let's put that there. So the iron, the water, and the Muslim. Let's see what God want to tell us about that. Are we doing this deck? Let me see. Iron, water, and Muslim. What are you saying to us? Please clarify. And so God leads me to the same deck. Okay. St. Croix and St. Lucia, this part is for you. So let's see what's happening here. Iron, water, Muslim. What is God saying? So we got incarnation, fake friends, repaid, and time limit to come out together. Incarnation, fake friends. So some fake friends are gonna rise, or some fake friends are going to appear. Repaid, time limit. So to repay something is to bring justice. So that means something was already done, now the other half is coming. And there's a time limit. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Talking, gossip. Some fake friends are gonna rise, okay? That's an extra message that God wanted to bring about. So when I say fake friends, it's not just talking about a one-on-one friendship thing. God is talking about a group of people, okay? Some people are going to approach you guys and they're going to be fake people. But whatever they're doing is going to be repaid in due season, time limit. Okay, so when these fake people arise to try to corrupt you or whatever, yeah, yeah. So that means it's already done. The cards that are coming out here, it says that it's already taken place. So somebody came into your country pretending like they have your best interests at heart, when really and truly they did not. They were being fake. So the two cards we have to come out. Oh, there's more than one. Interesting. So we have the magic backfired, followed by the magic will backfire. So it's partly done then. So whoever these fake people are that came into your country, it has something to do with iron, water, and Muslim. So it could be some Muslim people. You know your country better than I do. But those who are aware of affairs in St. Croix and St. Lucia, there's some people coming in there pretending like they have your best interests at heart when they really do not. And it has everything to do with iron, water, and Muslim, okay? So the magic will backfire and we got low self-esteem. So somebody's going to be feeling quite low. Or somebody's value is going to diminish. That's what it is. So someone who was, or not someone, this group of friends or this group of people who were once held in high esteem, they're about to ruin their reputation, okay? So at the bottom of the deck, we have spreading rumors. So they're falsifying information and arguing. So that's creating discord. Returned to sender. So it's already been returned to sender. So the corruption that they've come to bring into your country, St. Croix and St. Lucia, it's already started unraveling. Double agent. There's that fake friend vibes. So they were pretending like they have your best interests at heart when really and truly they came in to corrupt your knowledge, spreading rumors, okay, and create discord amongst you, arguing. Okay, so what I'm gathering from this reading today is there's a whole lot of destabilization going on when it comes to people uniting. So what I'm getting is the government actually are sending in people to create discords amongst us. So I would imagine it's not just St. Martin and St. Croix and St. Lucia alone that's going through these things. It's everywhere. Because like the philosophy said, divide and conquer. If you keep the people away from each other, if you stop them from being wanting to unite or support each other, then they're all on their own, or so they think. That's why God is here as the helper for the helpless, the voice for the voiceless, and all these good things. The mother for the motherless, father for the fatherless, the army for the armyless. Okay? Yeah, they're here to create emotional agitation among you. So that's what they were coming in to do with their with their philosophy. So were these Muslim people that came into your country and were talking things when they're teaching you all the wrong things, and then you end up arguing with each other, and then you hate each other and stuff like that. Studying. The emotional agitation, we got studying and then abortion. God says just drop it. Because I remember back in the day when I had just started to become conscious, and I started realizing that there was more to life than going to school and eating food and all these things. When I realized that there's a spiritual side to life, there's a philosophical side to life. I remember when I used to talk to people about these things, we used to always end up in some very heated arguments. When it comes to religion and spirituality and whatnot, that has the ability to be blown way out of proportion. And it's not the right way to go, because I mean, if you're all studying, then why are you cussing each other? If we were studying, why were we cussing each other? That dawned on me, because there's a saying. It said God is not the author of confusion. My boyfriend at the time used to say that a lot, and I agree with him. So it's like this can't be the way that we're supposed to be discussing these matters at all. Like, we're all studying, why are we arguing as if we know what the hell we're talking about? It doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? So I'm guessing that they came in, they brought these philosophical theories and stuff like that, and trying to convert people from this to that and whatever. And instead of that being their actual aim to make your lives better, they came in there to bring war and discord. They're trying to upset your balance when it comes to you standing together in culture, in what makes you guys pull together. Anything that pulls you together, they try to use it to break you apart, okay? By bringing in new philosophies and all these things. So that's what's been happening there. So it's for you to know yourselves, it's for you to choose to be who you are. And then we have the land coming in. So where does the land come into this? So are they trying to take over your land, St. Croix and St. Lucia? Oh God. So explain to us, please, Most High. Where do we find the answer? What do you want us to know about this land part? What's going on for the land? They're trying to seize their land. They're trying to bring in their people so that they can then, because you see how these people come into these other countries and take them over, you know. My country right now, I think, is full of Indian people. I haven't been there for a long time, but when I was there, it was getting quite full of the Indian people, and the Indian people were the ones with the jobs and the businesses and things like that. So they're basically coming into our country and they're setting up businesses and stuff like that, and then they don't even really hire our local people. They just come there and take our money really and send it back to their country. Then they bring in other people from their country to work in their businesses. And that's how they keep going. And they come to our countries and live like kings and queens while the local folks are the slaves or the paupers, you know. Life. Anyway, land. What do you want us to know about this land part of this reading? Same deck. This deck seems to have all the answers today, which is good. I don't have a problem with that. So yeah. So they bring their philosophies into our countries and divide our people. I mean, if you feel like Muslim is the way to go for you, then be that. If you feel like you're supposed to be a Christian, then be that. If you feel like you're supposed to be a Rasta, then be that. If you feel like you're supposed to be none of them, then be that. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for you guys to be arguing and hating each other, you know, because you think these people like each other. They work together for a common goal, but they don't like each other, you know. But if working together means that they're going to achieve their aims and objectives, then they'll do that. Whilst they're sleeping with each other's wives behind the scene and sleeping with each other's husbands, and they're stealing from each other and they're talking bad about each other. They don't really like each other, but they'll unite together to beat you. So you don't have to like each other, but you can unite together so that you can maintain what is good about yourselves and your country. You know what I'm saying? Learn to put your differences aside so that you can stay strong together. It's just like, you notice how people come together, like let's say a natural disaster occur and people who were cussing each other for years and years, they all pull together so that they can help each other. That's the spirit that you need to take on. This is a natural disaster that's happening to you guys. It's a spiritual disaster, but it's a natural disaster. See it as that. And don't let them rip you guys apart, St. Lucia and St. Croix. That's the message. Okay? You don't have to like each other. You don't have to agree with each other and everything that they say, but know when to push your differences aside and act in a humane way to each other. Okay? It's your country, it's your land, that's where you're at. Don't give them the right to come in and take over your place. At the end of the day, these people, they have their place in the world. No hate to them, but it's the principle. You have to stand up for what is yours. Interesting. Right away, God was like, the magic backfired. So they failed. So that means you guys are standing together. Hallelujah. We got beautician. So the beauty stays. I'm happy for you, St. Lucia and St. Croix. Great job. Great job. One people. So regarding the land, the magic backfired. So whatever they were trying to do to your land, God said that get that shit out of here. And then we have beautician. So the beauty of your country, the beauty of your culture, the beauty of your people, it remains intact. Ooh, now you guys are pregnant. So that means you got things in store. Let's see, pregnant. Okay, more magic will backfire. So see how them two energies, so that means the fight continues. So God said part of it is already done and there's more to come. So you guys are going to be all right, St. Croix and St. Lucia, okay? That's the message. So we got drugs. Enemy. So drugs is your enemy, St. Lucia and St. Croix. So if you guys have been feeling depressed, low self-esteem, if you guys have been feeling depressed, if you guys have been feeling like you're about to lose, if you feel like you cannot manage this challenge which has come to your country, look, God says don't worry about it. I'm thinking whether I should show you what's coming next. So we got studio, telepathic communication. So studio is a place where you go to create. So this is what they were creating. You guys going in the wrong direction by feeling defeated. It's a psyop. It's a psychological operation. God says the magic has backfired part of it. And God says there's more to come and they will not win. God says you will remain intact. The beauty of your country, the beauty of your culture, the beauty that is you will remain. Okay? God says, I got you. Don't worry about nothing. St. Croix and St. Lucia. Okay? So that is you. So person on the ground. Yeah. So yeah, they're trying to put you guys under. They're trying to make you feel lowly. Okay? They're trying to put you under them by creating discord among you. But Emperor Haile Selassie come in and say, let's dead that shit. Cyanide that shit. Alright. More victories for the little peoples. Alright, now we had Curacao at the bottom of the deck. So let's get a little information about this Curacao energy. What you want us to know about this Curacao energy, please, Most High? I'm digging it to every fucking body right now, guys. I'm tired of your abuse. I ain't taking that shit no more. You wanna hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you. So, Curacao. What do you want us to know about Curacao? Give us a little sneak peek on the Curacao element. Yeah. What go on for Curacao? Or what do you want? What do you want us to know about the Curacao? Where was that at the bottom of the deck? Interesting. interesting. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we have communication. When it comes to Curacao, we have communication and we have vain in the reverse. So don't be vain. Okay. Then we have appreciated, forced. So forcing is appreciated. That can't be a good thing. Got distracted, willing, and disrespectful. Like I said, that can't be a good thing. So when it comes to Curacao, communication. And at the bottom of the deck we have satisfied, and that's followed by confusion. So Curacao, yeah, they want to confuse the wise. So Curacao is being naughty in that they are putting out information which is aimed at distracting the people, confusing the wise. They're quite satisfied to confuse the wise. So when it comes to Curacao and information, you guys have to really be discerning as to what you choose to believe, what you choose to even allow yourself to receive from Curacao. The communication. So to be vain is to be conceited. So in the reverse, that's being unconceited. So it's important, Curacao, that when you talk amongst yourselves, you have respect for yourself and each other. Do not exalt yourself over another, because right now the energy is working against you as a people as well. So there's a trend here with all of you. They are trying to create discord amongst you. So it could be an issue of classism. They could be using classism against you in Curacao. They could be using racism, or there's some kind of information coming out that they're using against you so that they can divide you. Okay? So there right now is a need, according to the government and their aims and objectives, to divide the people. So appreciated is forced. So forcing people is what they love to do, and to distract the willing. So if you're willing to do the right thing, if you're willing to be mature, if you're willing to do what's best for yourself and your family and your country, it's their aim to distract you from doing that and force you to be what you're not. Curacao. So there's an energy, like they say, we don't fight against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high and low places. So what they're doing to you right now in Curacao is trying to break you down from being productive, trying to break you down from being constructive, trying to break you down from being mature, trying to break you down, period. Okay? And what happens is when you act like children, then other people come in and say, okay, we need to be the adults here because you guys don't know how to manage yourselves. Because really and truly, when it comes to governance, if each person would govern themselves accordingly, then there will be no need for the actual government to step in and try to do anything, or there's no need for an outside party to come in, because we know how to behave. We know how to humble ourselves. We know how to speak to each other with respect. We know how to agree to disagree. Apply these things to your life right now, because to fight against each other, to fight against yourself, to get engulfed in drug and alcohol abuse, or to feel depressed, to give up on life, to give up on your country, that's what they want. And that's exactly what God is saying, not to give to the government, because you will lose. Okay? They have their eyes on your land. They have, because, come on now. Sunshine, sea, and sand, and all these things. These are gems. That's why they have their eyes on on the Caribbean islands. Okay? They're here to take over these places because the weather is great. You can produce your own food. It's like they see the treasure in these places, but the people who these lands rightfully belong to, well, according to history so far, because we know history is corrupt, but right now they brought the people over to these islands, and that's where the fuck you're living, and that's where you're manifesting your life, and that's where you've been raising your generations. So until things change, it's yours. That's how I see it according to universal law. Okay? Because by right, they brought you over here, or they brought your people over here, they should take you the fuck back. So I don't know when they want to talk about reparations and whatnot. There's a lot of things that need to take place to make things right when it comes to the slave trade and politics and all these things, okay? But until then, it's your country. You look after it. You are the custodians of it. And you are the custodians of yourself and your fellow man. So look after yourself and each other so that these idiots don't have to come in and act like they're coming to save you guys. Save yourselves by respecting yourselves and respecting your fellow man and fellow women and children. All right. So just know that there's a plot to confuse the wise. They're quite satisfied to create confusion amongst the wise. So they are after the most sensible of you, the most experienced of you, the most educated of you. They're coming for the top heads. Because if you cut off the head, the rest of the body is useless. So know who you are and act accordingly. Okay? So this brings us to the conclusion of this episode of Government Gossip. That's what they're up to behind the scenes, you guys. So protect yourselves, protect each other. Okay? You do not have to like each other, but you do have to respect each other. And when the situation calls for it, know how to put your feelings aside so that you can stand together to protect your country, protect your freedom, protect your lives, protect your sanity, protect your livelihood, so that you can continue to live prosperous, healthy, happy lives. Whether you do it together or apart, know when to come together. Because there's a war against you by the government. Okay? Thank you guys so much for joining me. Until next time, my darlings. Bye-bye. Hear the helicopter? I usually expect them when I do things like this, but I don't care. You hurt me, I hurt you. Mwah.